Hi, how y'all doing? It is Friday, the 6th of December, 2024. Here in Ontario, Canada, we're cloud covered, white out. We have another snowstorm, right? It's all white outside. It's all white, right? It's a joke we used to say. It's all white. It is, but it's not really. They're trying to make it seem that way. That's why they whitewashed history. They show you a bunch of pictures of Caucasian people throughout history when they're not who wasn't who it was. It was all melanated people. But yeah, you have to do your research to find out that. Don't don't think about what you learned in school. Do your own research, right? Uh, Karimo Aho is a good one to watch on YouTube. He teaches you a lot. He reads the books, the old books that you never saw in school. It's from the horse's mouth themselves, the Spanish conquistadors, right? Tell you what they found and who they found here and all that stuff. Okay. I don't expect you to take my word for it. You should do your own research. Check him out. Maybe you can find some of the books he reads from. He tells you. He's got the receipts. So yeah, I slept pretty good last night. I've shut my, I can't say that. I'm not saying that. Don't say can't. Um, I realized there's a thing that if you're a dreamer and you get all these chaotic dreams. I was watching a psychic tarot card reader the other day, and she clued me in on it, right? I get codes, messages from everything I watch. And it was that's if you're getting dreams that don't make sense to you and all these strange people and stuff in it, it's because it's not yours. It's the collective consciousness's dreams, right? Coming into yours. So ask your guardian. Everybody has one or two. Depends on how hard your life is, right? Some people like to call them guardian angels, but I take that away because the angels were the aliens that came, okay? And I don't think that they were benevolent to us, or we wouldn't be in this spot. But we're all assigned guardians, a guardian, at least one, and they're with you forever, from the time you come here until you leave. So I asked my guardian, I have two. I asked my guardians to help me block out the collective consciousness out of my dreams so I can sleep better. I may have the answers to the questions I want instead of all this chaos in my dreams. And it's working. So just a heads up if you want to try it, right? Or ask your higher self, whoever it is you talk to, right? But you have guardians and they don't won't help you unless you ask them to. They're waiting. Just ask, right? So yeah. So I'm not remembering my dreams as much. There's not as much chaos in my sleeping. So I'm grateful for that. The Schuman is at 25 today. Was 26 yesterday. So down one. But there's a great big white bar going through the middle of the graph. It's blue, green, goes red, and then big white in the middle, spike of white, right? And like everybody's always trying to figure it out, I look at it as emotions. The blue is health. No, the blue is calm, like sleep almost. The green is emotions or health. That's right. Green is health. Red is chaos. And the white is spiritual download, upload, connection, right? So that's what it means for me. That great big white bar in the middle of the Schumann is we're getting a massive download. My friend Tass came over and wanted and asked me to help her because of my truck. She shoveled out the back half, most of the back of my truck because it was full of snow. And if you're on my Facebook, you know that because I posted or maybe I posted it on a short in my YouTube too, but I posted it on my Facebook and Catch. I can't use Teresa because they closed that account on me, right? Because I got put in Facebook jail all the time. So, for telling the truth. But I did a video of it, how much was in there, right? So she shoveled most of that out, and I drove her to go get her mattress. She got a mattress from a friend of hers because hers was wrecked. And she was, we were talking about something. When we get together, we could talk for hours, right? Because she's awake too. Not spiritual, but awake, right? And I was telling her about the government, right? How she was showing me how she didn't go to the doctor for the bite on her arm and it's healed up. And everybody was telling her she should go and do this and do that and see this professional and that professional. And she was like, no, because I told her it's fine. I sprayed a colloidal silver on it, right? And I said, just bandage it for the night. Take the bandage off tomorrow and it'll scab up and it'll be clean, right? And she did that. And it's just scar tissue now, right? And I was saying how, I was happy that she trusted herself because this is what being sovereign is. You don't need to ask other people or go see an expert, right? Because they're not experts. They were taught wrong. They're scholastic masturbators that have no idea what the real truth is on how to heal us. So, yeah, I told her, don't, why are you talking to the enemy? Right? Like, why are you talking to the invaders? The people that invade us. Like, sure, these people are working for them. They don't realize they're working for the wrong side, but they are. They're the minions, right? I said, don't tell anybody anything because they're pirates. And, like, look at it that way. They're pirates. They're not good pirates. They're bad pirates, right? And all they want to do is steal what you got and leave you laying in the dirt, right? So don't tell anybody, any government agency, not disability, not school, not doctors, not district, municipal. Don't tell nobody nothing, right? Keep your shit to yourself. Just because they say it's their rules, don't be fucking politically correct. Who cares about the pirates' rules? I don't know how to get this through people's heads, right? But because they've all been so programmed. Okay, you be a good little slave. You follow the rules, right? So massa don't come whip your ass. The cracker behind the whip. That's why we called them crackers. Right? So yeah. Um so I think she got it. She did, right? Because they don't know shit if you don't tell them. For real. The district doesn't talk to disability. Welfare doesn't talk to disability. Don't help them do their job. Don't help anybody do their job. If they're not competent, just don't help. They have to learn, and they're not going to learn by everybody helping them, are they? And we got to end this shit. So, yeah, that put me in this kind of mood, right? You know what I mean? Where I'm very blunt and a matter of fact. People would take me as being angry, but I'm not. I'm just, I'm tired of stupid people, right? And they're not my monkeys, so why do I have to teach them, right? So they just don't get it. Sometimes they do. That's very few. I could be a teacher, just not about, yeah, how to change the way you deal with the enemy because everybody's so programmed. But while I was out, anyways, she didn't take it the wrong way or anything, right? I think she got it. And as soon as we walked out the door to go get the truck, great big black raven landed on the road in front of my house. She was like, "Oh, look at that!" I was like, "Whoa, big one, right? That's beautiful." It said protection, right? So we were protected on our way. And just down the road, there was 3 utility vans parked, right? A couple 100 feet from my house with no drivers inside. Nobody sitting in the driver's or the passenger seat. But I'm sure they were sitting in the back with their technology. Spies. That's why I said to her, look at the spies. They're sitting in the back spying on us, right? She said, I was wondering about that. I said, yeah. I said, anything like that, those vans, FedEx, whatever it is, all the same. Nothing for the CIA to throw technology in there to spy on you, right? And she was like, yeah, it makes sense, right? Because you got to think like the enemy, you know? Sometimes we can't think that bad because they're horrible, horrible beings, you know? uh, Because they're cannibals and they eat our children. But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? Um, so yeah, big, beautiful black raven. And then when I was sitting there in the parking lot waiting for her to come back out of the building where she was at with a mattress, great big black squirrel was jumping around the trees in the bush area. That was my truck was facing. And I thought, more protection. Beautiful. I hope I had a warm place, right? It was laying in the evergreens, going in underneath the branches, right? So it must have made itself I hope it made itself a nice nest in there so it can keep warm. So yeah, my stepfather used to hunt them and eat squirrels. You can if you're starving. You can eat anything, right? If you can catch it, you know, if you're starving. That's what growing up in the bush does for you. Teaches you this, right? And I grew up in the bush. We had 17 hunting dogs when I was 5 years old. My favorite thing to eat, you're going to not like me for this, was baby bear steak and eggs for breakfast. Farm fresh eggs. Because there's not a lot of fat on a baby bear. But the only time that you got one of them is what hunters used to do is if they shot the mother by accident and it had cubs, they would also take the cubs out, right? Kaboom. You know what I mean? And they would be food. And this way they didn't suffer because back people's consciousness wasn't as developed, shall we say, right? It was just they thought it was being humane. But yeah, the best steak I've ever had. So yeah, tons of fish. I've been fishing since I was 1 years old. I thought all men could fish, but a lot of them have never been taught. That's something I could teach people how to do. I'm really good at fish. I never go fishing without catching a fish. I got that fortune behind me, I guess. Who knows, right? But yeah. Oh, I noticed too. When I went out, okay, this was very suspicious. When I went out, I thought it was the sun shining through, trying to shine through the clouds and the snow, right? And it was 10 o'clock and it was like here above me. And then when I left, and then when I was sitting in the parking lot down further, down past the town, a couple streets over, probably a kilometer away, maybe two, I would walk. Used to walk it all the time. If I could walk, I would do it, right? But I can't make it that far anymore. I'm not able to. And I was sitting there, and the sun shining through was over here. Like at you know, this at a 10. We're up here. It was like at 11, 11:30, almost 12. And I thought, that wasn't the sun, right? It wasn't the sun. It's probably mothership. So I thought, yeah, sneaky, eh? Tried to fool me, but it didn't, right? It told on itself. One of them was the sun and the other one wasn't. This one was, right? It was in the right position for the clock, the time anyway. So I thought that was interesting. I didn't pick anything up on my camera last night though. But I got two good signs from Spirit today from Nature Kind, right? I like that. It was a beautiful big black bird. So big. I was wondering where they were yesterday because there was the whole family that live in the evergreens up down the street from me. I see the seagulls fighting with them all the time because I've been here like 6 years and haven't seen them at all this winter or this fall, right? And then all of a sudden they must have moved. Maybe they got tired putting up with the seagulls always trying to steal their stuff. Or their children too, right? Interesting. But yeah, and then I came home And I've just been sitting here watching YouTube, right? Just, we're getting downloaded. I can feel it. There's lots of pressure. Or upgraded. I like the upgraded better than the downgrade load, goes down. I gotta keep things up. So instead of that song, get down on it, get down on it, let's get up on it, get up on it, right? Yeah, I listen to a lot of funk. All right, I do. Disco. I love disco, especially at the roller skate arena, right? They put it on and go around. It was so fun. But a lot of people don't like it. They'd be like, shut off that nigger music. And I'm like, excuse me? I like this music. Sucks to be you. All right? I just want to listen to all this crying, sobbing stuff. My music's happy. It makes you want to dance. Right? And I don't think there's anything better. Or that's what I should say. That's one wonderful thing in life is to be able to dance to music that you love. Right? If everybody was dancing, I don't think anybody would be upset, you know? It's pretty hard to do when you're singing and dancing, isn't it now? For sure. That's why music soothes the savage soul. And you can calm animals down with music and people. Just put on the right stuff. I could never understand people that listen to sad music when they're upset. Breakup music and stuff like that. To me, it's nonsense. Right? Turn that shit off. Stop making yourself feel bad and get on with your life. Pick yourself up and go on. That's not the end, right? It's never the end. We're infinite beings. So you might as well have fun while you're here. If something don't work out, try something else. Don't be afraid because there's 3/4 of the world are fucking morons. They're stupid. They don't have a high IQ at all. You'll find out. All right. That's enough of me for today, I think, right? Let me see. Did I write anything else down? Nope. That's it. I told you Schuman was at 25. It's cold here, though. The wind's been shifting, too. It's cold, though. All right. I love you all's consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. And I got a new subscriber. Or YouTube let me know I got one anyway. So thank you. I appreciate you. All right? I do. All right. That's enough. Bye.